And we back. Here we go. Here we go. Taylor Made and Zekem Hill back for episode 8, Breaking Vegas. Uh, I haven't been able to break Vegas as of yet, so I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still swinging for the fences like Jackie Robinson. I like to tell my boys when I'm texting back and forth throughout the week. Uh, we've had 12 games of the bowl schedule thus far, and we have one tonight. And we're gonna start the show off. We're going over some of the games that have already happened, some good games, some upsets, and let's talk about the rest of the games we have in the bowl season. 42 all and out, 42 and out. So I mean, we have 30 left to discuss, and let's just start off with UAB of Miami, which went like we said. I think that went exactly like we said. If I can recall, that UAB would win. UAB would win, but they wouldn't cover the 9 if you bought the
Yep.
points. You know,
Yep.
so
Yep. Yep.
that's exactly how that ended up going. And I think that's about all that went exactly how we said. But that was a good start. Next, the Road Runners. They upset me. You know, we communicated over the week with that. And shout out to the people that's already on the podcast. We appreciate your views. But UTSA, man, they red zone offense just broke our hearts, man, because they got down there and they threw interceptions, man. They just didn't help themselves out. That was the right pick. It just did. They just didn't, they didn't execute right down there at the end. Lost 18-12.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. They came out like gangbusters. It was 12-0.
12-0.
I want to say they got the ball back again, and maybe they went for it on fourth and didn't get it. And
Like,
hey,
no,
I didn't watch every single second of this game, but I was
No,
pretty
me.
shocked because I think it was, man, I was at work, so I left. I came back and there it was.
Yeah,
Like, man, they ain't
exactly.
scored since I left.
I was like, man, I have to see how this played out because 12-0, I was like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm happy because in our little bowl classic thing, I had like 40-some points, man. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna, come out the gate with a good start, and man, that just really deflated me. But yeah, they was in the red zone in the third quarter. They threw a pick and they ran and put them in scoring position, Troy. And then in the fourth quarter, they was in scoring position again, and they threw another pick. I mean, I think he dropped it. Like it was just so disappointing. And
Okay.
I was like, man, that was the call to make. They had been playing good so far, and this was the one game that they just couldn't deliver. Big game. You hate that, but better luck next year, Road Runners.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't won a bowl game yet. As a program, and I guess next year we'll see. We'll see.
All right, and then next we have the Louisville, Cincinnati, and yes, Louisville covered that like we said, 24-7, and I mean, the score speaks for itself.
Yeah.
The next bowl game, the Celebration Bowl, the HBCU National Championship, was a nail biter, and we communicating back and forth on that game. And
Really good game.
I mean,
Really good game.
I mean,
Probably one. It not maybe the best bowl game.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
they had it won. They had it won. He dropped the touchdown, was the touchdown, and that was that. Central. I didn't realize that Dion and Shamar was gonna be able to. Shador was gonna be able to play. I thought once they committed to Colorado that that was that. I thought they were gonna be playing backups, and Central came to play. So shout out to the Eagles. Uh,
yeah, I was surprised to see Prime on the sidelines myself. But even with Prime, I've been burned with Jackson State on this game before, so I just had to go. Thinking that Prime wasn't going to be there made it just an easier pick to choose.
That spread was 14, man. They easily covered that. I mean, so if you went with that, and then either one on the money line, you was good. But we went with that thinking Prime wasn't going to cover. So I mean, like I said, it's good day to be an Eagle. Past weekend. Next, we had the Las Vegas Bowl. One team showed up. One team was thinking about the casino. They had lost some money or something. 30-3, a embarrassment of sorts, man. I mean, good Lord. Oregon State, just own Florida, man. Did you see that one?
Yeah, they're just a better team, man. Really, just from the outset, the Beavers were upside the Gators' head. Really, they didn't come out scoring a bunch of points. I'm not looking at the box score or anything, but I don't think they just came out scoring points. But they were just they had them backed up. Florida couldn't get anything. Oregon State would get it, maybe get a first down or two, but stall. But they were in complete control. Florida's quarterback is declared for the draft. I think that's he didn't play, and your reaction sounded like my reaction, but he didn't play.
There was nothing about Florida.
Even if he played, I was banking on him to play for Oregon State to make that happen, nonetheless. But
yeah,
man, the Beavers were tough, man. Every game at home, I was taking them to cover. Every game that they played at their place in Corvallis. So, I just felt like they were the better team. Florida's up and down. The SEC is just kind of more of a name, a moniker. I don't think that the talent is as what they say it is.
The top tier teams and the bottom tier is not as close as it used to be. But we want to send a shout out to my boy Mo. He had his car broken into. That's why he's not able to be with us tonight. But he's still part of this team. And once he's able to join, he will be back with us. So just bear with us, people. Okay, the embarrassment of Florida, because I wasn't sure of Oregon State. That's why I didn't go with them. I was betting with them during the season too. And I didn't think they was going to show up like they did. So shout out to the Pac-12 for delivering. The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl, Washington State, Fresno State, and the Pac-12 didn't deliver on this one. What's that? The WAC for Fresno State?
Yes.
We're trying to get to that game. So they came out and played a good game. 29-6. I mean, that's very deciding. You didn't. I mean, was that even? It had to have been just a field goal, 2 field goals.
Yeah, I didn't touch this game because remember we discussed last week about Washington State's coordinator. He's now North Texas head coach.
Okay, you did. Okay, see, and
so I didn't fool with it because I wasn't really. It's hard to tell how much. I mean, we know OC. That's obviously a very important position.
Man, that's the heart of the team. That's the heart of the offense.
But if you're telling me that Eric Bieniemy is not calling the plays for Kansas City, I think we'll be okay because Andy Reid can call plays. So I know that. To me, I what I'm saying is you have Eric Bieniemy and you have his mentor. Who's Andy Reid, and if Eric Bieniemy can't be there because he's sick or whatever the case, Kansas City's gonna be okay. I don't know who Washington State's backup guy is. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Their OC left. I don't know who's calling those plays.
Just their quarterback alone, a dual third quarterback. He just has different, attributes that he brings to the table, and you just coming in game one, you have no idea what works best for him. That's just not a good call right off the back because me, I ain't finna just brag, but me calling plays in my little coaching career as offensive coordinator, you kind of know which quarterbacks can do what. And I wish I would have recalled that when I was making my little list. But shout out to the Eagles and their new head coach. All right, we got the Lending Tree Bowl with Southern Miss. Woo. Frank Gore Jr., man, you made Daddy proud that evening, man.
Yeah, I think he's still running.
Oh my God! And what was that score? 38-24. That man had over 300 yards, averaging like 15 yards a touch. It was something to see. I was texting the boys on the chat over that one.
Man, that dude, every time he turned around, he almost gave it up though. He had a fumble late in that game that actually allowed Rice to cut it to 7. And it was still some time, so Rice kicked it, and then he just atoned and ripped off another 50-something yards.
Okay, that's when I ended up turning it right back. But after the game, he was doing the interview. You see his auntie come up to him trying to give him a hug.
I did not see that.
He had to stiff arm his auntie. Auntie, chill.
Yeah, back up, man. It's my off me my shine, yo.
Yeah. Southern Miss. All right. And then here we have the New Mexico Bowl and BYU, and SMU was in a nail biter, 24-23. Oh man, they didn't. I know they didn't go over the over with no 24 and 23. That had to have been 60 something.
No, there's no way. There's no way. That's
But the crew,
47. That thing is probably 70 something.
yeah, the crew they availed.
I didn't see this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see this one, so I don't really know. Based on the score, it looks like it was a good one, but I didn't see this one. I think the times this was in the middle of the day because I saw more of that Rice game, and the next one we're gonna talk about. I saw that one.
It came down. Okay, so it went to the halftime 10-10, and BYU scored 14 in the third, and SMU scored 13 in the fourth. So they must have went for two.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I'm seeing them. I hope they didn't miss that extra point. That could have been an option too. But I didn't see that either, man. And like I said, I'm on my break all this week. I've been fortunate to be able to overload on FIFA. I ain't bragging, but I'm on Division 5, so I'm running the players. They're not new to it no more. So I can't wait to stop because that's what I'm getting on when we finish.
Okay, D-Porter chiming in this thing.
Oh, there we go.
In the chat. He's supposed to be in here, ain't he?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't able to make it, so he watching on Facebook.
Fair enough.
All right. Then we have your boys, the Eagles, North Texas, in the what's that Frisco Bowl? The Frisco Bowl against Boise State. Did you see how they lost that game?
Refresh my memory.
Like it was a walk-off scramble for a touchdown. That's how Boise took the lead in like the last drive of the game. That's how they won the game. That's when I turned.
I think I got PTSD because I watched the game.
Yes, man.
I think I got PTSD. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And you know what? Yes, you are really.
Hey, he did that Larry Oliver. Shout out to Larry Oliver and DeSoto Eagle High School state champions, Sock and Duncanville. But we went to DeSoto, so shout out to them boys. LO in particular, he did the LO move at quarterback and scramble just all the way to the touchdown. Man, it was just like
he did because it was the either third or fourth and long, and I didn't understand why we went man
up the middle.
Why we didn't go zone? I didn't. All right, Phil Bennett, thanks.
Yeah, that's how that.
You're right. I mean, the game ended up being good. I was, of course, proud of my guys because I felt like it was going to be close. I felt like Boise's a better team, but I felt like it was going to be close, even with having the interim. The DC was the interim head coach, Phil Bennett, and again, this is just a classic Big West. The Big West is not even a D1 conference anymore. But this was in the conference with Nevada, Reno, and New Mexico State, and Idaho, and it was a really good conference, a competitive conference. So it just took me back, man. It really did.
That's good, man. Those good memories, though. So North Texas came out.
They did.
It was 10-6 at half, and Boise got 22 in that third. Man, that's a lot because you boys scored 14. So I mean, if you just see that third quarter alone, you'd be satisfied. And they pulled it out. They played good D, and it came down to that last drive. That boys, the quarterback made the play. Next up, we have Marshall and UConn in the Myrtle Beach Bowl, and Marshall won 24-14. That's what we both picked, and they covered. We have the Idaho Potato Bowl, Eastern Michigan at San Jose. And Eastern Michigan covered 41-27.
That MAC, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, those teams, to me, it's akin to the Big Ten, to where they don't look good because they're playing each other, but it's like iron sharpening iron, so to speak. So the MAC, man, with Eastern Michigan, I don't know what that conference record is, but it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
San Jose came out and barnstorming, and
they did come back.
Like, no.
Yeah, they did. It was 13-9, but they scored 21-11, and then they didn't score in the fourth. But yeah, they came back. And that was 5 straight covers for us on the part if we, had those picks in for that day. what was that? 17th through 19th and 20th.
Yep.
That's 5 straight. Damn it. It's good, but it's not good because I know we just had him right there. All right. No, that's not 5 straight. We picked Fresno State. That's 6. I picked Florida
Yeah,
over on the
I didn't have Boise, North Texas. I had North Texas covering on that. I think 10 points wasn't much to me.
That's what I'm saying. Boise had the cover. Was supposed to win by 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we had that. All right. Now we have the last bowl game, and we had Liberty, which featured Ken Salter. Shout out to his younger brother. He just signed with TCU today. Shout out to TCU. That's the Salter brother. That's my younger cousin, Narada Michael Stoker Jr. from Sock High School, who's going to TCU, and we have a student at my school named Forrest, Marcus Deal, going to TCU. So shout out to the future freshman at TCU this coming year. I will have a close eye on the Horny Frogs. You know, I have reason to wear purple besides SFA. There we go.
Sonny Dykes, man, digging in. I like it.
Did you see what I sent you after his celebration? What he did? Look,
I didn't.
Look on the group chat. We'll talk about it later. Hey, he did the Zeke Salvation Arm, Salvation Charity Bowl.
Oh, I saw that live.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was him. That was him.
Yeah, I saw that live.
All right, man. So up to date with the bowl games here on out, starting with tonight's the RNL New Orleans Bowl featuring Western Kentucky and Southern Alabama, and you know. I don't know, man. It's just something I'm just real biased about Western Kentucky, but I want to change my pick because that's what I went with. I'm gonna roll with the Southern Alabamans.
You feel like you like the 4 right there?
I do, man. I can't answer the phone right now. I'm busy. But I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna hop on the other side of the fence if you let me.
Hey, man. You know, I can't stop you, man.
That's that. Okay, I'm gonna pick them to cover too. The 4.5. I'll buy that. That'd be 3. Win by 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I guess Southern Alabama. It seems as though the Sun Belt is a little bit stronger conference than Conference USA. If I use that as a metric, but I'm not touching this game. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and that's understandable. I'm gonna go with that. 10-2. That 10-2. I mean, double digit wins, man. You just think you have an identity as a team.
Okay. Who they beat? I'm investigating these 10 wins.
Come on, Colombo. I call my mama Colombo. All that damn investigation she used to do over me. So they beat Southern Miss. They got a bowl win. Oh, they lost to Detroit 10-6.
Where was that game at?
At home. And they lost to UCLA 31-32 at UCLA. It was on a good team. I think the Raging Cajuns, they playing the bowl game. They beat them 2017. La Tech not playing no bowl game, are they? La Tech playing a bowl game? I feel like they are. Let me go touch them. Boop. Oh man, I don't know. I can't call it. But
they've been taken care of.
I've been tested, man. Hey,
I'm towards USA.
Let me pull your leg, but I don't know. Some made me change my mind. But that's what's gonna be. That's the tonight. It's what started at 8. Yeah, started at 8:00 in half an hour. So yeah, we'll be able to catch that game. And as we speak, I'm watching 2 games. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers over the Milwaukee Bucks. And last time we was talking, we told you Milwaukee wasn't gonna come back. So if Milwaukee playing next Wednesday, I'm betting against them. And we got Brooklyn killing Golden State. I don't even know why we didn't bet the house on this game. You know, KD was ready to do this. No Steph. No Steph. Man, stop playing. Hey, I think they ain't like on a win streak too. Brooklyn. I gotta double check that. But yeah, they have been playing better of late.
They got a decent little team, man. I mean,
yeah. Well,
kind of like everybody.
Harris healthy. You know, Kyrie not. You know, it doesn't matter about vaccinations. You know, they can't use Coach Naz as an excuse. You know, and then they have, you know, more games played together. You know, everything's looking up. Let's see if they can be consistent. Yeah, Baylor at playing against the Air Force. We had picked Baylor previously. We still with that pick because they got 9. They got 9 wins.
I feel like I am. Again, I'm just gonna lean on a tough conference. Because they had some decent wins. They had some tough losses too. That TCU loss was a toughie. The Oklahoma State loss was a toughie. Both of those were at their place.
Man, they broke my heart when they lost to Kansas State, man, because they played tough at OU, which was a rival. I know it's a big game, but then they laid a dud against Kansas State, and then they played TCU tough. It came down to the end of the game, and then they went to Texas, and you know they just didn't have enough. So we know they battle tested. We know that's in them. But I'm just gonna read off Air Force's last 4 wins. They beat San Diego State 13-3. They beat Colorado State 24-12. They beat New Mexico 35-3. They beat Army 13-7. Do we think Baylor could have done that or better? I do.
Yeah, they playing some defense is what it sounds like. I'm a lean. I think I would go Air Force to cover, if I'm being honest. Let me go ahead and get Air Force. Let me make that 5. I think Baylor can win the game. I think I just gotta trust in Aranda that you know over 2 weeks that they can get that that triple option. Just to make sure that your gap sound.
You see Porter, he going with Air Force. Damn it, no doubt. I'm not.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I think Air Force can cover. And that spread's pretty close. So them winning, I wouldn't be shocked. But I think Baylor wins the game. I think I'm gonna just go with coaching right there.
Shout out to Pops.
No doubt. Most popular.
There we go. Waste my dang drink trying to show y'all that. But yeah, I'm going with Baylor. That's that. But hey, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, Louisiana is playing. All right, we have the Raging Cajuns playing against the Houston Cougars in the Independence Bowl, and we talked about that. We like, man, we didn't know how we wanted to go.
And man, I really truly don't.
I don't think anything's changed. What's your opinion?
I'm gonna go with Louisiana to cover. So
we have to, man.
And I'm leaning on coaching staff on that one. I don't even know who Louisiana's coach is, but I do like him. I do know who Houston's coach is, and that's Dana Holgerson, and I don't know how to feel about him.
All right, so they blew out Texas State 41-13. They got blew out by Florida State 49-17. They beat Georgia Southern 30-17. They lost to Troy at 23-17 at home. They lost to Southern Miss 24-39. So, I mean, they've been up and down, man. They lost to Southern Alabama. They lost to Rice. They beat Eastern Michigan. But that's the second game of the season. So they've been up and down, which their records indicate 6-6. And, you know, what's Houston going to do, man? They're going to show up because Houston beat East Carolina 42-3. I got a lot of respect for East Carolina. I wouldn't have saw that. We know they lost to SMU. They beat Southern Florida. They beat Navy. They beat Navy. Navy. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to talk about them no more. They played Tulane tough, went to overtime with them. So they capable, man. I don't know what it was against SMU that night that they just didn't want to, play no D. And
I think that 7 is a little bit much for me.
Yeah. So yeah, the play is the Raging Cajun. Let's go.
Yeah.
B Porter, we see you. We see your pick, man. We'll shout out to my boy. Uh, the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Correct me if I'm wrong. Charge to my heart, my mind, not my heart. Wake Forest going against Missouri. Last week we picked Missouri to cover the 1 point. We still feeling the same. Cause they got Wake. Wake played good. They beat Syracuse.
When is this Friday? I gotta make sure. I think I'm going Missouri. This money line in this one, man. It's got to be plus money. So let me try to
go on Wake.
Make 5. Make 10.
Man, look, okay, so yeah, I mean they 75 and they went 1-4 to finish the season, but they lost to Duke by 3. I think we like Duke. They beat Syracuse, who started out hot and flaked out. They beat North. They beat the no, not beat. They lost to the Tar Heels 36-34. They lost to North Carolina State. Like I just didn't like what I saw from them. And then they lost to Louisville. Those are bowl teams. Duke, North Carolina, Louisville. That's what they lose it to. And they 75. We got Missouri when Arkansas. We like them. They beat them by 2. They beat New Mexico State. We're not really, either way on them. They lost to Tennessee.
New Mexico State's a bowl team.
They beat them by 45-14, but we picked them to win the game. Did they play yet?
No, they haven't played yet. They play on Monday. They play in Bowling Green. I'm probably going Bowling Green because of the MAC.
Yeah, that is how that played out. They lost to Kentucky. They beat South Carolina. So, they up and down just like the Raging Cajuns. And Wake got some respectable losses. Wake got some respectable losses. And it is a 1-point spread. Vegas feels exactly how we feeling. Like, we double dutching this one, people. Just bear with us. Let's go.
I think Missouri wants this game a little bit more. I think they fought a little bit harder. I mean, Wake Forest got out to 6-1. They were already bowl eligible. And it's essentially to try to get themselves to a New Year's Day bowl or even in the playoff, man, they spit the bit.
That's why
Missouri came out stinking up the joint, just smelling all across America, but got themselves together. And I just feel like they're excited. I feel like Missouri earned themselves a bowl. Their mentality earned themselves to a bowl game. Wake Forest fell into this bowl game.
That's all right. So, because I just got a text message from the alumni of Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Tim Duncan and Chris Paul have had a speech with these boys at the hotel lobby before the team meeting that they're going to show up at the bowl game. We're taking Wake Forest for the cover.
All right.
Wait, let's see when they play. On 23rd. Let's see if they learn from them close losses. We have the East Coast Hawaii Bowl. Man, they going over there. I got to get to Hawaii. Have you been to Hawaii? Man,
that's where I started school.
So that's where you was born?
No. I was born in Dallas.
You started school
in Hawaii.
Man, I lost that memory.
Schofield Barracks, baby. Throw it up. Solomon Elementary.
Ain't this some shit? You got memories of going to school in Hawaii, man.
Shout out to Miss Korematsu.
There we go.
Boy.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Middle Tennessee and San Diego State for enjoying their time over there for this bowl game. I bet they have some memories. All right. And last week we went with Middle Tennessee. Are we still on that side of the parlay?
Well, I do feel like I want to be on that side because 7 seems a bit much, but kind of looking at how Fresno State and never mind. Yeah, I like Middle Tennessee. I like the Blue Raiders. Because at this point, when I see double, when I see your records the same, okay, let me try to figure out who's got the better conference. Obviously we can go look at their record and who they played, but I think my logic is The Blue Raiders are very excited to be in Hawaii. They're going to start out slow, but I think they're going to come back and fight. I think they can cover that 7.
All right. I've been a fan of the Blue Raiders, as you just said, and I didn't pay that much attention to the Aztec since Marshall Falk left. So we're gonna go with Middle Tennessee.
20 years ago. Oh man.
Hey man, ooh, I love me some Marshall Falk, man. Shout out. I got the same tattoo. Ooh, 28, baby. So yeah, that was my boy, man. I was a running back. I caught the ball at the backfield. You know, I did my best. Let's go. Next is the Quick Lane Bowl. Bowling Green at New Mexico State. We were just talking about. And we picked Bowling Green. I think we still feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
All right.
I think as that game goes on, man, they just gonna start leaning on them, and I think that 3.5 is pretty easy.
All right. We got a lot to cover. All right. Next up, what's this? Camella Bowl, Buffalo at Georgia Southern. We picked Georgia Southern.
Yeah. The Camellia Bowl.
Camellia Bowl. I'm back to sell the Bronco. Don't give me. God, yeah.
Georgia Southern covering. Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
They're both 6-6. I know, man.
Let's flip a coin, like for real. I could go with the MAC. You know, Buffalo being in the MAC, but I kind of like the Sun Belt too. I think that's to me, it's kind of shown itself to be a pretty resilient conference as well. So, man, I expect a pretty close game. Imagine taking the under, whatever that is.
So, you know, I'm looking at Georgia Southern. They 3 losses. Marshall, the Raging Cajun, and Southern Alabama. Those are 3 bowl teams.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Buffalo. And they're losing to Kent, Central Michigan, and Ohio. I just think on that alone, you got to go with Georgia Southern. And last week we went with Georgia Southern. So I think we was on to something.
I'm comfortable with that.
All right. We got Memphis in the First Responder Bowl. Memphis at Utah State. Memphis to cover the 7. I'm gonna look at these games. We have I don't know if I like them wins.
Man, these 6s is. I think I may go with Utah State here again. I'm looking at the 7 and that 7.5. To me, that seems a little much.
Man,
Utah State kind of got their act together towards the end of the season. Memphis was up and down all season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost to a bowl team. SMU, Central Florida, and Tulane. That's their last 3 losses. Those are all bowl teams. So I mean, that's 3 points. That's 7 points. That's 10 points. Memphis. Green. Yeah, we picked Memphis. I'm stay with Memphis. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna roll with. You going Memphis? Utah State? You said?
No, I think I like Memphis here. I mean, that 7 seems like a bunch, but I think they're the better team. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna dig into this one just a little bit more. I may not probably won't touch it if I'm being honest with you.
That's always an option too. All right, the Birmingham Bowl, Coastal Carolina going against East Carolina, and Coastal Carolina had a decent record. Let me look at this: 9-3, East Carolina 75. They lost to Troy. They lost to Jackson, Mississippi. James Madison. They beat Southern Miss. They beat App. They beat Marshall. I mean, man, these teams, 75, 9-3. I mean, we're gonna flip a coin on this one again. We went with.
I like Coastal Carolina.
You like Coastal Carolina?
Cover the 7, yeah.
Yeah, because this is 8 points. East Carolina, but I picked East Carolina to win. I can see that Coastal Carolina covering the 8. I like that because even though they 9-3, they 75. I just think that East Carolina is battle tested. Some games they didn't show up. I can't say why. I don't know who was injured. I don't know what happened, But 42-3 loss to the Houston Cougars. I just don't see that being if they played them again. But that's what they did. And Coastal Carolina losing 47-7 to James Madison. I was just like, what happened that game?
Yeah.
So, they both got some, burn the film game. So I'm gonna stay with my pick from last week. Guaranteed rate bowl, Oklahoma State going against Wisconsin. I took Wisconsin. I'm not sure if you still liking your boy Gandhi.
Gundy.
Okay, deep hit.
Yeah, I think I like him in this little underdog role here. I got burnt more than a few times by the Cowboys.
Man, they
this
finished the
year.
season 1-4.
I'd never even touched Wisconsin for good measure because you never know what product is showing up.
Man. But shout out to them, man. My old teammate Derek Blaylock, his son, just graduated from Wisconsin this weekend. So shout out to the Badgers. It's a great day to be a Badger this past weekend. And we will continue to talk about him and his boys. I think he had one leaving Sam Houston State transferring. He had one that played for Anacostia in H-Town, and he had one that plays in junior high. Both years in junior high, he runs for like 1,000 yards as a running back. Both years. Yeah.
They had stats in junior high.
Hey, man, when you go to the games and you seeing how they go down, yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, DT. He got some scats. But Wisconsin, who we say, going against Oklahoma State, and DePorter got OK State.
I'm roll with the Okies, man. I mean,
roll with the Okies. Roll with the Okies.
Roll with the Okies here.
I rolled the Badgers. I will roll with the Badgers. I will stick to my picks from last week. Do me right, Badgers. I just gave y'all a shout out. Remember that.
Two strong conferences, very competitive conferences.
Big 10, Big 12.
Big 10. I can understand why Oklahoma State, why they are 7-5. Maybe I just know a little bit more about them since they're regionally closer. I just don't know. I don't know why Wisconsin was like they were losing to people that didn't make sense. So you're in the battle with Nebraska.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a close game. I mean, even if you are down as Wisconsin, Nebraska's never been up since a long time. So.
Oh, that's at the end of the season. That was at Nebraska too.
Yeah, Nebraska. So.
Man, we can't explain OK State losses. It happened. Oh, you said they lost their center, right?
Man, their center got hurt. Their running back got hurt. Quarterback was banged up. I mean,
that explains a lot right there.
Yeah, they had some issues especially offensively and defensively. They were pretty bad.
Well, they better not be bad for one more game because they're gonna make me right. So I'm gonna roll with my picks from last week. Pretty much, Southern Alabama, the only one I changed. So we will find out tonight if I was correct on that change. All right, we got the Military Bowl, Central Florida going to Duke, and I took Duke last week. They got to cover the 3. How we feeling?
I think I like Duke. I like what Duke has going on. I think they can cover that 3. I think they can cover that 3. Duke's been strong. They've been strong all year.
You got me. Go for it. You said you've been strong all year. That's it. Because I was looking at this loss from Navy to Central Florida. I had bet on that game for them to cover. And that was just 2 weeks in a row. Navy burned me.
Well, that Navy was a thorn, boy.
Screw them.
The coach got fired, so Yeah, I like Duke. Field goal. I like it. I like it. Duke's tough, man. They're resilient. And UCF, they're not bad. I mean, I expect a good game, but somebody got to win.
We have the next bowl game is the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. We have the Kansas Jayhawks versus the Arkansas Razorbacks. Pig both of them are 7-17. How we feeling?
Arkansas.
Yeah, that is who we picked last week. I'm gonna stay with them because I'm pretty sure Kansas has their quarterback together from old boy who was hurt in the season, and I respect everything they brought to the table. And Kansas has a kid from Naaman Forest, Tommy Dunn. He play on the D line for Kansas Jayhawks. Man, I just like Kansas, man. That ain't the school to go to. Like I just never looked at them as a football program. And I mean, what can I say, man? They very respectable. The Rock Chalk was very popular for game day to go down there. And they just had some injuries and just kind of roadblocked their season and things they want to go. But I expect a lot out of them for the future. That's what I'm boiling down to.
Okay, so you feel like the Jayhawks covering?
No, I didn't say that, did
I? Oh, okay.
I'm just giving a shout out to the young man, who I happen to be in the hallways with, and his decision to go down there, and what they look like moving forward.
Because I can agree with that.
I like the backup, so yeah, that's why I stand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree. Okay, but yeah, I think we like Arkansas. I think Arkansas is I think they're just a better squad. There's something Kansas hasn't seen, big, physical. They don't really have that in the Big 12 when we're talking big and physical. I think you got some tough teams, but I don't think anybody's just, that's not their DNA, not in the Big 12. I think Kansas just kind of leans on them, and they take care of that 3.
Okay. We're feeling the same on that.
Arkansas, I should
say. Arkansas is what my cousin say. All right. We got the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl, the tongue twister. Oregon going against the Tar Heels. I didn't pick nobody last time.
Going Tar Heels, baby, at 14. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, yes.
I mean, I don't know, unless everybody's not playing. But
the Tar Heels. It's the Razorbacks. So the Razorbacks kind of disappointed toward the end. They lost to Washington. They lost to Washington and Oregon State to end the season.
They did.
But they beat Utah. What happened in that game? Did Utah quarterback play? But the Tar Heels lost 3 straight games to end the season. Georgia Tech, North Carolina State, and Clemson. Like, what's going on? Okay, but hey, whatever that was, they had time to get their bearings back together. So they should cover that 14. That's a lot for a bowl game. They 9-4 too. So they were 9. Yeah. They were 9-1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's inflated, because of how they ended the season. But weren't those pretty close games? I mean, am I making that up?
No, man. They shouldn't be in no dogfight against Georgia Tech and no dogfight against North Carolina State. I mean, North Carolina State is a bowl team, but I mean, I just wasn't impressed by him, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about me don't make me excited watching them. I don't care about
Georgia Tech played them tough. Georgia Tech played Georgia relatively tough. I mean, they still ended up losing by like 25. But that was mostly second half type stuff that happened. I mean, Georgia Tech could rise up a little bit.
We shall pay attention
at times throughout the season. But I think at the end of the day, this 14 just seems like a lot.
Yeah, I do. I agree with that. So, well, I mean, I lost my play. North Carolina to cover, but on the bowl pick, I gotta go with Oregon. Money line. That's who's gonna win. All right.
I go Bo Nix.
Let's see the Tax Act Texas Bowl. Where's that played at?
That's in Houston.
Okay. H-Town, Bayou City. Okay.
Man, this is a battle for recruits. Give me the Red Raiders.
The NRG Bowl. Lane Kiffin versus what's your coach at Texas Tech?
Joey
McGuire.
Joey McGuire.
See the hill. Okay. There we go. And that's that. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna switch over to Texas Tech then. Let's for that
Man,
Metroplex love.
Listen, that dude.
That's that Metroplex. South Oak Cliff, Duncanville, DeSoto,
It
City Hill.
is.
You know all these same damn boys too. Let's get
It
that. Let's
is.
get that Metroplex love with City Hill and Texas Tech. We
You
flipping.
got him. You got Emmett Jones is on that staff. He was a head
Jimmy
coach
Jones, that's Stock Bears.
at one time. Yep.
Yes,
That dude
baby.
got some folks on that thing.
Reported them
Man.
put Ole Miss out there.
Got the big homie Big Z. Big Z
We
was at
riding the
TCU for a
wave.
long time. Man.
Who?
Big Zarnell Finch, he the D-line coach. Man, that dude got his coaching staff is it's kind of stupid. Got Kenny Perry. He was a head coach at Arlington Bowie. So he
There we have it. There we have it.
I love
just
the
off
staff.
G3, just off principle.
D Porter say Ole Miss.
I see that. But Lane gonna overlook him. We're gonna overlook him.
Yeah, we just asked them Texas Tech to cover. I think I think this is one of those that they're happy to beat. They're excited to be in a bowl game. Ole Miss, on the other hand, is this what they started out at the beginning of the season? Like, yeah, we can't wait till they get to the Tax Egg Bowl. After they just got their head tore off in the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, this gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game.
I don't trust Lane Kiffin no way. So this is an easy one for me.
All right. Our next bowl I have up is the Minnesota Gophers going against the Syracuse Orange Men. And we took the Minnesota Gophers like at least I did.
Cover the 10.
10. I see 7.5. What you looking at? Oh, it's made them move the line.
It's 10 now, man.
Yeah, buddy. They like Minnesota to 2. That's what that means.
Man, they done bought up a whole
point and a half.
A whole
yeah, 2.5. Yeah.
A whole field goal. Oh man.
Let's just say
Syracuse is they're another one of those teams that man in the ACC. I'm sensing a theme here where teams started out hot and they flamed out. So that's Wake Forest, North Carolina, Syracuse.
And Pop say at least they consistent, and they consistent for a reason.
That 10 is a bunch, but give me the Gophers.
No, we was riding the wave anyway. I told you my last picks only made 2
Give
teams.
me the Gophers. Like North Carolina, I guess if I'm rolling with some coaching, I think Mac Brown get his guys ready to go. I mean, again, and that's 14, so I'm kind of going against them. This Syracuse, I don't know who I'm riding with
Same
that
line.
one. So
go
Gophers.
Score update. Giannis blew the layup, missed the transition. Brooklyn is winning 92 to 52. What? Let me look at this. 95-52.
Good.
In the third with 9 minutes left.
Good.
All right, and we have Cleveland beating the
Cleveland outfit. That Cleveland outfit is
90-74.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 blowouts. Can I find
that Cleveland? That team is. I got to see them in the playoffs. They definitely a good regular season team. I want to see. Donovan Mitchell is holding me back from just fully embracing.
Well,
he'll get in his own way.
I think it's gonna boil down to LeVert and Love, man. How they play, playoff times. Yeah, man.
Hope they not counting on it. If they were waiting on that, Z, they're not going nowhere.
It's my playoff time. Don't you need a bench? Don't you need reserve? Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have the whole firm. They just can't count on the starting 5 the whole playoffs, you think?
I agree, but they expecting anything out of Kevin Love.
But they gotta just be consistent, man. That's all they gotta be. You come off the bench, give me, 8, 4 and 4. LeVert gonna have to do more than that, but Kevin he just gotta be consistent. You just gotta be boards and points. He gotta, play smart. He gotta play like a veteran. But them two gotta be on point.
Man, I just don't even see how Love even gets up off your bench in the playoffs, but.
He was playing good this season. Maybe he hadn't, kept playing as consistent as he was earlier because I do the fantasy basketball and Man, I had him on my squad. He was looking nice. I was like, damn. I was surprised myself. But I'll go check again. But I know Levert definitely got to be, a score for
Levert
them.
is, I know, I agree with that. Levert is somebody who's got to, he's got to come, he got to come off the bench, and he's got to be able to,
Mavericks
change the game.
they playing
Yeah, they're
Minnesota.
playing the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it's at halftime. Something look like.
Again.
Let me see. All right, so I got my games. There's not another. I can't get another game on this. What's the day? Wednesday on the NBA TV. That's the only one I got on this TV. All right. All right. We got Oklahoma and Florida State in the Cheez-It Bowl. Man, I'm going Florida State. Just that's what that is.
That man, the odds makers, they did a really good job of putting that 9 out there.
I mean, see, they changed that line. That was 7.5 last week.
Oh, okay. 7.5. Yeah, and people bought up that Florida State because they know what the time it is. I still don't think 9 is that's not enough. Give me the Seminoles. It's not enough. It's not enough. I think Oklahoma. I think they'll play good. Their defense, Venables had to kind of dumb it down a little bit and had them play a little bit faster.
You see me over here, damn it! I'm just not saying.
I don't know if Oklahoma has the offense. Florida State's gonna score.
Florida State been playing great lately, man. They didn't start the season. They started the season like this. They'd been high. Like they finished, they'd be high. All right. We got Texas going to Washington. The little running back done declared for the bowl game. Is he even going?
That's big.
I mean, he declared for the draft. So I mean, is he going?
Because that dude
is he going to play? Is he going to
play?
No,
he's not playing.
No, Washington. There we go.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Okay, so
that's big. That's real big. Yeah, I think I like Washington. This spot right here. Yeah. I like them even with Bijan. I mean, honestly, but
yeah. All right. We got the Duke's Mayo Bowl, Maryland and North Carolina State, and I have not been on North Carolina State this whole season, this whole discussion, this whole podcast. So, Terps, look to Latova. Damn it, you better talk that talk. And Deporter say he still got Texas. Who you like on the Duke Mayo Bowl?
I don't like neither one of these squads. Honestly,
they got 8 wins.
Maryland again, part of that Big Ten. They would have this Wisconsin, the East version of Wisconsin, because they have some good wins and they have some head scratching losses.
Yes,
this game's even. I go Terps.
See, they moved the line. It's even because they had Terps had to win by 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Maryland. I'm staying with them. All right. Next up we have UCLA going against Pitt, and they moved the line down. They had UCLA had to win by 6.
Yeah, people start buying that. That was easy. That was easy to go Pitt. They not no touchdown worse than UCLA.
Yeah.
I think Pitt. I still like Pitt with the 3.5.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how Pitt. They beat Miami. They beat Duke. Beat Virginia. They killed Virginia. They beat Pitt. They lost to North Carolina. So it was like after that North Carolina loss, man, they like got their bearings together and just 1, 2, 3, 4 games straight. They played good.
Yeah, they played really well, man. UCLA's a good team too. I think it's gonna be a good game. I like the Panthers cover. Nothing else.
All right. So that's how UCLA end their season. They lost to Arizona 34-28. They lost to
bad loss.
They lost to USC 45-48, and then they beat Cal 35-28. No one's writing home by Cal.
That's a bad dub.
Yeah. So, man, this is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. All right. Yeah, I'm not picking. I'm gonna pick Pitt to cover. UCLA to win.
Yeah, I like Pitt covering here.
All right, let's go. South Carolina at versus Notre Dame in the Tax Lab Bowl. I'm going Notre Dame all day. To cover 2. Did they move that line? It's the same line. Cover 2. How you rolling?
I like Notre Dame here.
Ooh, you like North Carolina State and Pitt, D. Porter? Say it ain't so.
South Carolina, they finished the season very, very strong.
Let me check them out.
I think Notre Dame is.
They beat Tennessee.
They kind of been in a groove. Yeah, their quarterback was hurt. Hooker. I don't think Hooker played that game.
Oh, let's say they beat Tennessee and they beat Clemson, and they lost. They lost to Florida 38-6. Man, that's the South Carolina I recall throughout the season.
So they beat Tennessee with their quarterback hurt, and then they beat Clemson. That's when they had bench Uyunglele and went the freshman quarterback. So
they won by one. I'm keeping my Notre Dame pick.
Yeah, give me Notre Dame right there. Yes. They hadn't really beat anybody, quote unquote.
All right, we have the Barstool Arizona Bowl. Wyoming going to Ohio. I'm going with Ohio. It's an even spread. Last weekend this week.
Man, listen, I don't really try to encourage much by way of thinking the Vegas people have messed up, but you gotta take the Bobcats here. I've seen
what like South Carolina last game over Notre Dame.
I don't like it.
Yeah, Vegas do have.
I mean, South Carolina still has some talent. I think they can battle. I just think Notre Dame's a little bit better. I like Notre Dame a little better, just in general.
Yeah.
This Ohio Wyoming is. If you look at those last couple games, Wyoming, how is this even? And versus what Ohio did, how is this even an even game? I don't even know.
Man, Ohio.
I don't even know. They went to Colorado State. Wyoming did and lost. They came back home and Boise or Nevada or somebody came and beat them at the house. Then they went to Fresno State and got tore up.
0. That's how they lost in the season.
But if you look at Ohio, I feel like Ohio, did they beat Toledo? Like Ohio has some pretty good wins down the stretch of that thing. I don't know. I don't know how this is even. But what do I know? I ain't been able to pick college football worth a damn all season. So don't listen to nothing I'm saying.
We have no choice. We tuned in. We have we're not gonna hold you to it. We're gonna be forgot about next week. So we have the Capital One Orange Bowl, Tennessee versus Clemson. And they got Clemson to win by 6. Like, what's happening to Tennessee? That they players left?
I'm saying that quarterback is hurt. Hooker.
Now we have it.
Damn. That's what I'm saying. That's when South Carolina beat him. He was hurt. He didn't play that game.
Oh, okay. They just beat Vanderbilt 56-0.
Who did? Tennessee?
The next game. $56-0. Who's the quarterback? Oh, Milton. Jay Milton. Oh my God. They ran for they got one running back, 5 carries. I give you $100. You can tell me how much he rushed for.
5 carries, 15 yards.
160 for 2 touches.
Oh.
5 carries, 160? That gotta be wrong. My goodness.
A lot of yards, man. I'm not stopping that train.
That's still only 5 carries, though. That's just 5 touchdowns. No. That's crazy. Man, I don't know who's playing. I don't know what to say on this one because I feel like even without Tennessee's quarterback offense, that their defense is still, could hold its own. Yeah.
I would go Clemson.
Clemson got to win by 7. Clemson to win. Damn, man. I'm gonna put Tennessee to cover. It's gonna be a closer game, man. They got a little more pride about themselves. They had time to see what they can do with this quarterback. And Clemson hadn't seen this quarterback on film except one game. It's gonna be a little different game plan. Tennessee to cover. Clemson, they might pull it out because didn't they quarterback enter the transfer portal too? So they'll have to play with that freshman quarterback. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game. We'll have to keep close out of that. And yeah, that game will be went down before we have
Yeah, that game is gonna be interesting. I really don't know. I really don't know.
But then hey man, this is what it's all boiled down to though. You know, we got that game Iowa at Kentucky. I'm going Iowa to cover. They just got defense. Kentucky, you know, I'm not rolling with you. That's just how I feel. No.
I think that's a fair bet. Kentucky has the capability to do some things. I really like their quarterback, man. He throws really pretty ball.
I just respect Iowa's defense a little better, man.
I think I like Iowa. I think they're a little bit tougher.
Iowa lost to Nebraska at the end of the season. What happened there? I know I was upset at that loss. Good Lord. What happened? I can't explain that.
Nebraska had some voodoo going on up in there, man.
Then Kentucky beat Louisville at the end of the season. Kentucky got a little defense. It's gonna be interesting because Kentucky lost to Georgia 16-6 to end the season. Like 16-6? Kidding me? All right. So picked Iowa. Kentucky might make it interesting. That's New Year's Eve. And then we have Bama at Kansas State. And I don't know if Bama gonna try and take it out on Kansas State for not making the bowl championship series, but I'm rolling with Bama and Bryce Young.
Give me K-State.
K-State. You got them. Oh, Bama got a bunch of transfers, but hey, we're gonna see if those all them number one recruits gonna pay off for them.
K-State's pretty good. I just don't know if Bama's they can beat a bunch of people by a touchdown. I don't know if they can beat K-State by a touchdown.
Yeah, because they're not the same Bama. They're not the same Bama as they used to be. 10-2. They lost.
I think K-State's up. I think K-State. Everybody's playing for K-State. Anybody transferring. They all in, baby. They want to get up. They gonna be ready for this one.
Yeah, they beat TCU.
I don't know how excited Bama is. They probably disappointed. They thought they were gonna get in with TCU loss and USC and all the rest of it.
All right. So ever since Kansas State lost to Texas, they beat Baylor 31-3. They went to West Virginia and won 48-31. That's a lot of points putting up West Virginia. They beat Kansas 47-20, and then they won against TCU 31-28 in OT. That's some They playing some football.
Yeah, they play some real good ball. Good ball.
It's gonna be a good game. I'm still rolling with Bama. Just who the hell they got in their stable. Kansas State gonna put up a fight. That's why they only got to win by 3. But I'm gonna roll with Bama until they prove me wrong. They got Bryce Young. They got a capable quarterback. We shall see how it plays out. All right, we got the bowl championship series. We got Michigan at TCU, and Sonny Dykes, Coach of the Year. Congratulations, but I think Jim and them Wolverines might just be a little bit too much for them.
Yeah, Michigan's ready. TCU, Sonny Dykes has done a phenomenal job, but this is where it ends right here, man. Because Michigan, Harbaugh's got the program rolling, and right now they're on the doorstep of this bad boy. And you telling me TCU's finna stand in that way? No, that's not happening. Give me Michigan. That 7 seems like a bunch. I'm gonna go ahead and lay a little bit more money down. I'm gonna buy that bad boy down and go ahead and buy that thing to 6, and I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. I mean, because Michigan, I think the big time receiver had got hurt last year, so I was expecting Michigan to come back rolling this year. I think they was like just gutted last year when old boy had went down early in the season. But
I think Michigan's people discounting John Harbaugh. People talking about fire this dude years ago. And in my mind, if you want a real program, like a real college program, Jim Harbaugh's your guy because he's not going to be up there paying people off. This is before NLIs, paying people to get there and making all these old promises. He's going to get a good high school player. He's going to develop him. He's going to develop a program to where 3, 4, 5, 6 years you cycling through, that's when that championship medal is going to come out. We seeing it now. They kicked the hell out of Ohio State when everybody thought that
they was supposed to lose
because it was there. They beat them last year at the house, so we had already started seeing it turn a little bit. Man, Michigan's ready, man. Harbaugh's ready, man.
Like I said, they got gutted last year when they had the injury to their big time receiver. And
and again, this year their running back got hurt, and that's when everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to Ohio State." Okay,
man,
let me show you. I got a program, because when you have a program, not that you can just replace people, it's not that easy, but you got somebody that understands what it is we're all trying to do.
Yeah, they already bought in.
They bought in.
Right. All right. Well, we got Georgia going against Ohio State, and I got Georgia on this thing. I'm sorry.
Man, I don't even want to see Ohio State in this mess. I'm so tired of hearing about C.J. Stroud and the rest of this.
Come on, man.
Ryan Day, man, ain't no.
Rancho Cucamonga, he trying to put Rancho Cucamonga on the Mac, man. They don't remember Rancho Cucamonga since next Friday.
Man, and whatever he's trying to do, it don't matter. Yeah, that system does not produce just the best quality quarterbacks to me.
No,
so
they don't.
When you come up against real defenses that's finna man you up, and now you got to actually make reads and make tosses, and Georgia.
All right. We got 4 more bowl games to go. And shout out to the Pirate, my man Mike Leach, and everything that the Mississippi State Bulldogs are going through.
Yeah.
They playing with a heavy heart in the Wheeler Quest Bowl. And we're going against Illinois. Did that spread change? No, it went down to 1. They feel like Mississippi State gonna play a little bit with a little bit more heart for their coach. So I'm not picking that game. I'm not picking it.
Very fair. Very fair. Well, because I think it's a trap. It's a trap. That one makes you feel like, yeah, man, give me Illinois with that defense and no Mike Leach. Man, listen, the spirit of that guy, he's gonna be looming large over this game. And I mean, you're talking about a father of a particular type of
football.
Offense, just that air raid and just him and Hal Mummy. When you don't have a playbook, because it's based on philosophy. I don't need all these plays. It's if this dude is here, then you do this. I don't need to put that in the playbook. So it's calling concepts. And on this concept, this is who we are attacking. Quarterback, this is who we're attacking. If we get this, we get this. So, and that's what that system was, man. And a story about this guy when he was at Texas Tech that year, that Cat Crabtree, when he caught that catch over Texas.
Yeah.
They said 1 day and 2 days, every route for the entire practice, it didn't matter, 1-on-1s, 7v7, team, all he did was run go routes, every receiver. It was all verts every time. And all they did was just throw that son of a gun up every time. And he was like, hey, man, at some point, we're going to have to be able to throw this route when it's not open.
What about when that's not the only option? You got to work on something.
But again, there's going to be a particular point in the game where I have to throw this ball up. And yes, I'm putting in a significant amount of work for maybe something that's going to happen once or twice, but at the same time, look at the time. Think about that Crabtree catch. That dude wasn't open. He just threw it up. And that's just somebody having the foresight to think outside the box. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so I can understand that at the end of the game, you have certain plays where like you might have trips, and then number 3, everybody run verts, but then number 3 run that corner, the other 2 clearing out. Or you might have 4 verts, but you might have your 2 insides where one might, they start on the hash, one might hit the pole, the goalpost, and one might hook it up at 20 yards deep. You know how you have built in like routes based on what the defense gives you. That just throw it deep every game. That's just like, to me, that
wasn't the philosophy every game. That was just that day in practice. Hey, he said today in practice, we run all goes every play. It's a go. I don't care what the coverage is. I don't care where they line up. We running goals. Now, this doesn't mean I'm just throwing to this guy. Now, I still got to
Yeah, I
read,
understand,
okay,
yeah.
where this safety is. Okay, this receiver. Hey, because again, of course, they got switch releases and they got, because to me, a corner, if you're going to have a corner and a go, that's a vertical route. once you pass 8 yards, man, you're vertical. I don't know what else to tell anybody. You're vertical. Because to me, that's the second breaking point in most routes. Once you pass that, ain't no other break. Now, some people have a little bit more vertical concepts, but by and large, in most playbooks, after 8 yards, that dude's vertical, man. It's vertical. It's a post. It's a corner. It's a go.
Yeah, I was watching that game live, man. That was a big play, man. I definitely remember that.
But that's just the thing, I'm just saying, just speaking to him as, when you're fathering something, man, you can't think like, obviously, you can't think like it used to be. I got to think of something different here.
Well, for me personally, I would do something like, a 10-minute, 2 periods. I might do that. Coach, give me whatever defense you want. We run it all goes. Something like that. That's how I would do that.
Hey, 1-on-1, 7v7, team.
Come on.
Man. Hey, I don't care. I'm running to go.
That's
they run quarters. I'm running to go.
That's what's up.
Hey.
That's why he's doing what he's doing. But me, I dedicate 10 minutes, a practice, every other practice, something like that. But and then at the end, it's just who you believe in more when that quarterback get to their line. Who do you believe in? That's who we're going to. Fuck the coverage. Who do you believe in? All right. The cheese is Citrus Bowl. Purdue going against LSU, and they had LSU covering 14.5. That's just too many points. I'm going to pick Purdue to cover and LSU to win the game.
I think that's fair because I think Purdue, I got some respect for the Boilermakers. They're not, man, that's
14.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. I wonder why they feel it's a Chip Kelly or a Brian Kelly deal or what? I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Boilermakers 2 touchdowns.
Chip Kelly, Brian Kelly, Kelly Bundy, Purdue Boilermakers to cover 16. Kelly Bundy. All right, Goodyear Cotton Bowl. The Trojans going against the Green Wave. The Green Wave have been so good this year. I'm gonna stick with them. The defense, my boy got Purdue.
Ooh, I feel like Tulane has don't they have a really big? I believe they have a really big win earlier in the season. I wonder if I wonder if Tulane can. I feel like USC should win this game.
They should.
I feel like they should. It's 3. I feel like USC should just win this game. Not necessarily just dominate or control, but at the end of the day, I think Caleb Williams makes a play.
K-State, that's where they beat K-State early in the season.
That's a really good. That's the Big 12 champs.
17-10.
And that says a lot to me.
And they lost.
And I think that's what I'm kind of leaning on. And I can go either way, I guess.
It's gonna be a lot better game than people think, and that's why it's only 2.5.
Yeah, because USC is not a physical team.
And Purdue gonna come at them not Purdue. The Tulane gonna come at them every way. Air raid offense, and they got a solid defense.
But USC does have speed. Like K-State don't necessarily have speed like that. No, I'm just saying that's who they beat. They beat a K-State team who we got a lot of respect for.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be a good game, boy. I'm gonna watch this one. And I hope Tulane shows up and plays a really, really good game.
Here, man. That's Cotton Bowl, player.
I might go. I'm gonna call up Jerry. My guy.
Go to Papa John's. Maybe he'll be up there.
I'm gonna hit him up, man.
All right.
So I didn't say anything. I said a whole bunch, did not say anything because I don't know.
Yeah, and I see you want to ride that Green Wave. I see you. But,
I do want to ride the Green Wave because I feel like I just want to pick USC because they USC.
Because of their name, that bias of who we know, who we used to hear win.
OJ Simpson is not walking out that door, so I think I might go with the Green Wave.
Are the players after him? All right, and we have the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, to
Ooh,
finish this
oh
thing up.
man, this
Penn
is gonna
State
be a
going
good
against Utah,
game.
and like this is
Ooh,
another classic. You know,
it's gonna be a good one, man. I'm kind of
yeah,
excited about this one.
yeah.
I
I'm
hate the
gonna go.
Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl should be at 11 o'clock in the morning because I always miss like the first series or so.
It's at 4. It's at 4 o'clock.
I know they just TV just money messes stuff
Oh,
up.
it's after the Cotton Bowl.
I know. See, it should be first. Well, the Cotton Bowl's supposed to be at
Cotton
12
Bowl,
o'clock too.
the Cotton Bowl playing
Yeah,
with against the Citrus Bowl, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. So that's 2 games at once.
they just
So
mess stuff up.
The
I
Rose Bowl
hate TV.
always gonna last because it's in Cali. You know what I'm saying? I always got its own time.
No. Traditionally, that thing starts at 11 o'clock on New Year's Day because the
In
Rose Bowl
Cali.
parade is like at yes.
Hmm.
Like you got to wake up early. You got to wake up early to catch that.
Sort of like Utah. I like Utah too. And in the
Give me
US,
Penn State. I like Penn State
Penn
here.
State. All right, in the line. Hey, you know I played arena ball with Rashad Casey.
Mm-mm.
Yep, cool cat.
Did not know this.
Yeah, cool cat, man. When I was with the Jacksonville Tomcats in Jacksonville, 2003, something like that. Something like that. 2002, something like that. But yeah, the Nindy Lion. But yeah, I like Utah to cover the 2.5. There's something about them. I respect the team that, offense, defense, run game, pass game, play action. They old school with it. I like to see it. I mean, not saying that Penn State not the same, but it's just I like Utah when they have all the players that they want on the field. But Penn State always cover for me all year too.
Yeah. I'm buying. I'm doing the Zach here. I'm buying a 1.5. I like Penn State cover 4. I think it's gonna be a good game though, man.
All right. So that's a little bit over an hour. I want to talk about a little NFL if we could. The playoffs coming up, and we have some good games, man.
Yep.
We have some good games. All right. And Thursday night football, we have the Jaguars going to the Jets, and the Jets have to win by 1.5, and I'm going with the Jaguars, man. I like everything they did.
You got to.
These past 2 games, past 2 weeks. And the Jets, they kind of taking a step backwards right now. They playing at home, but I do not believe in Zach Wilson, and I think you know that. Oh,
and that's do you think Zach Wilson is going to win again? Just regardless by X amount. Do you think this guy can even back a go here? You can see my boy
you frozen. You breaking up. You frozen. You breaking. Let me
stupid right now.
Let me remove you and then bring you back.
Back.
All right. I think you're good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll be back. It's
you good? I brought you. All right. So that's Thursday night. We both like the Jags against the Jets because will they be playing Zach Wilson or the backup White or whatever?
No, Zach starting.
Oh, okay. All right, and that's that. Then we have all these games being played on Saturday, Christmas Eve. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games playing on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Dang. Okay. That's what's up. All right. So we're going to start with the Cowboys at the Eagles. We don't know if Jalen Hurts is playing, and that's major. I like Gardner Minshew as a backup, but I mean he's not Jalen Hurts. I gotta go Cowboys on that one.
What's the line on there?
5. Cowboys to win by 5.
Eagles by 5. Cowboys to win by 5.
Yeah, because they don't think Jalen Hurts is playing. That's what it's all going to boil down to. No Jalen Hurts, I'm all over the fire.
Give me the Eagles.
The Eagles to cover 5.
No, yeah, give me the Eagles to cover. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I would have to wait till that Saturday before the game, and they play at 3 to see if Jalen Hurts plays at all. And that's how I will make my bet. We have the Lions going to
I need to go ahead and
Carolina.
make that one. I can't see it. So hold on before you move on. They have the Cowboys to win by 5.
To win by 5.
Okay, yeah. I need to go ahead and put that one in. Eagles cover.
All right. Lions at the Panthers, and I'm all over the Lions covering the 1. I'm buying a 1.5. I might do that today, but the Lions got to cover 1.5. 2.5 in Carolina. Carolina been doing good, but the Lions have turned over a new leaf, man. They like, you don't want to see them in the playoffs first round.
Yeah, they're playing real good football. I think they're in a win and get in. They got to keep winning. So I like the Lions.
Yeah, they found a run game and they found a mix. Jared Goff, really, he done stepped it up, man. He being a franchise quarterback, and he about to show it. It's pay up for sure. We have Buffalo going to Chicago, and Buffalo got to cover 8.5. So you buy the 1.5, they had to cover 7. I would take Buffalo to cover 7 against Chicago. In Chicago, I'll do that.
I'm not touching this game because I don't trust Justin Fields. I don't think Buffalo will cover.
All right, that's that.
Fields is he just gonna make a mistake, man. It ain't gonna work out.
I like Fields, but I think he still got room to grow. He can need weapons. He learning the game, man. He learning the game. All right, we got the Saints going to Cleveland, and Cleveland has to win by 2.5. By that 1.5, you hit to win by 1. I think I feel confident in Deshaun playing as many games as he has to win this game by 1. I don't believe in Andy Dalton. Even though they played good, they let come back. They let Atlanta come back. They won by 3. They put like the Lions too.
And they gave Atlanta that game, honestly. Fumbles and just ridiculousness. Yeah, you got to go Cleveland there. Like I say, you buy the point, make that a push or a pick 'em. Yeah, I think Cleveland. That's the way to go.
All right. Next game up, we have the Texans going to Tennessee Titans, and the Titans have to win by 3. The Titans haven't been doing anything, man. The Texans have been so competitive, man. How can you not, cheer for them? I might not put it on the game because it's a road game. Did they go to Kansas City last week and fight? I think they did go to Kansas.
Oh yeah. They went to overtime.
I'm trying to see where did they play at. They played at home.
That was at Kansas City. Oh no, they were at the house. They were at the house.
They were at home.
Oh man, this is probably not touching this one, but I will go Texans here. Since that OC, since they beat, who did they beat when they came back and the OC got a DWI? Who? They won the first game, Titans. They won the first game, and the Titans.
Green Bay. Now look here, man. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Cincinnati by 4, Philly by 25, Jacksonville by 14.
They beat Green Bay?
Yeah, they beat Green Bay 27-17 in Green Bay.
Okay, so then they came back. Yeah, so like literally. That's when they came back that night, that next day, that OC got pinched on a DWI. And they ain't won since.
And that's that.
And they ain't been covering.
And Texans have been playing some new football, man. Lovey got them boys playing inspired. They switching quarterbacks out like they're in high school, but they believing, they fighting, and you see they ain't got these double-digit spreads on their ass no more. 3-point spreads, like really, y'all scared.
It was double digits last week.
Last 2 weeks.
Well, they shouldn't be double digits versus the Titans, but The Texans are doing a great. Lovey's doing a great job of tanking. This is one of the better tank jobs we've seen. Just fighting their butts off just to lose it at the end. I love it.
No, I got much respect. Like Houston, I love all the coaches y'all got. Lovey, Silas, and my boy Dusty. Love it. All right. Seahawks going to Kansas City. Seahawks, Kansas City got to cover the 10s. Kansas City ain't been covering nothing. What Kansas City? What the Seahawks?
I sent you that text. You fade these every week.
They
fade KC, Buffalo, and it was one more. Baltimore. Fade them up. Like I don't even trust the Seahawks, but I would fade Kansas City. I don't even trust the Seahawks at all. I'm not touching this game, but I don't trust Kansas City to beat anybody by 10 points.
All right, leave it alone. What about Minnesota at home against the Giants?
Give me Minnesota.
Yeah, I think I got Minnesota playing that second half football. It's like it's now or never, man. Like, what the hell was y'all thinking before? I mean, the only reason it give me pause is the last time they ran a big game like that, that they didn't expect was against the Bills, and they just, didn't show up the next game. But I don't know. I don't really believe in the Giants. They won against Washington, but
did. Yeah, that was set up to. I mean, that's set up perfectly for them to win that game. They tied them. Then they had a bye week. The Giants did. Washington played, and so they came off a bye week.
Okay, so the Giants played them back weeks basically.
And the Giants covered. They covered for me. Vikings came back and covered for me too. So shout out to the Vikings.
Yes, man.
I turned that game off. 30-0.
The Eagles didn't cover for me, and then the New England didn't cover against the Raiders. Did you see how they ended that game?
Yeah, I had the Raiders to cover on that one.
Man, Josh McDaniels not supposed to beat Bill. Man, what's going on in this world?
Well, it. That play though, he threw it right to my guy.
I know that wasn't the play call though. They just did that on their own. That couldn't have been a play call. You still have a chance to win.
It's tied. Yeah, it's tied. Yes. Yeah, they being stupid. They being real
stupid. Jones just still throwing Mac Jones like, oh man, that was just hilarious. Just like, oh my god. Oh, you know what? And the best Hail Mary play in the NFL ever was the Dolphins against New England when they did the play against Gronk. They had Gronk at the end zone. Was it Ronnie Brown or whatever for the Dolphins? So they got the best and the worst. No, they had the two worst Hail Mary plays at the end of the game. Those lateral plays at the end of the game. The Patriots. That's what I'm taking away.
I think we like Vikings. I'll probably buy that down, make it 3 like I did last week.
All right.
We'll cover 3 against the Giants.
Bengals going against the Patriots. I'm taking the Bengals. I'm not even going to talk about this. Screw the Patriots.
Enough said. Next.
Ravens playing the Falcons. I will take the Falcons. They make your boy Mariota quit. Oh, did he quit?
He made it in the transfer portal. They threw Riddler in there.
Yeah. That's what I remember seeing on the little.
No, they got Baltimore by 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get the Falcons. I'm not supposed to trust Riddler because he did. The Saints just.
Well, don't take
I don't know why the Saints didn't win that game last week. I have no idea.
I thought they won. They won by 21-18.
The Saints against the Falcons?
Yeah.
The Falcons, I thought, won. Did the Saints end up winning?
Yeah.
The Saints did win.
Yeah, 21-18.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Because I had the Falcons covering the 4.
Okay, so I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The Saints were doing everything in to not win the game. Like they were just doing the most ridiculous of things. And really, the Falcons only lost because the QB's a daggum rookie in his first start. That's really the reason why they lost. I'm not touching this game. I don't trust the Ravens. I don't trust neither one of these birds. kick rocks.
I'm taking the 49ers over the Washington next week.
That's
The Commanders, and that's by
call that
in
it's a
Sanford.
no-brainer.
Okay,
That's
we got Pitt playing the Raiders. Pitt at home. They got to cover the one. Basically, it's 2.5.
This is a classic. People feel like the Ravens are the Pittsburgh's rival. It's really the Raiders.
Since the immaculate reception.
This is the real rival for the Steelers. It doesn't happen much because it's not in the division.
I'm taking the Steelers then, since you say that, because McDaniels is not finna have them ready to play no game, man, of this magnitude.
They shouldn't have won last week. I'm going with the Steelers. It's still a football again, Z. And when the last time you heard me say that? We turn around, we hand that son buck off. We stop the run. We're going to give up plays in the passing game, but we're going to stop that run because whoever we played last week, they running back had like 12 yards. Like, it was stupid. And so when you got good running game, a decent tight end, we're finally giving the ball to Pickens.
Carolina.
We just need the quarterback not to turn it over. Because really, the Steelers should really be flipped. They should be 8 and something.
8 and 6.
Because Trubisky tricked off that game versus the Ravens. He had 3 red zone picks. Like after drives. He did these 3 consecutive drives in a row.
That's what UTSA did, man.
So I'm gonna take the Steelers, man, even though
me too, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving this week. I'm loving this week's pick, man.
Flip. But it sets up. I think if the Raiders had lost, then I would go with the Raiders coming in. But since the Raiders won that game like they shouldn't have, I think the Steelers gonna get them. Go. Black and yellow.
All right. What's my boy who Wiz? No, that's not Wiz.
Wiz Khalifa, that's him.
Oh, okay, Wiz. I was trying to think of the damn the movie, him and Snoop. What was that damn movie that they had?
Mac and Dre.
Yeah, there we go. All right. We got the Dolphins playing the Packers in South Beach. I'm thinking I'm gonna take the Dolphins on that against Green Bay to cover the 4.
Yeah, give me. I gotta take a look see, and I don't want to push no buttons on my computer to make it freeze up. I think I'm gonna take the Dolphins though, because they're coming off some losses, aren't they? Aren't they got a bunch of losses in a row?
They just lost in Buffalo,
right? But they covered.
Tough game.
Yeah, they covered, but they had some tough losses on the West Coast where they stayed out there. So this is good home cooking. Packers coming off a pretty sizable win versus the Rams. Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I'm buying now, making it 3.
Yeah, definitely.
And we rolling.
Okay, so next we have the Broncos going to LA, the Rams, and the Broncos got to win by 1, basically, by that 1.5. It's 2.5 spread right now.
The toilet bowl, it seems.
Who played for the Broncos last week that had them winning? What quarterback?
The quarterback, Rippin.
Oh man, I'm leaving that game alone. I'm done.
Give me the Broncos.
What happened to you, boy? Baker, man, man pissed me off to beat them Raiders, man. Like the Raiders, why did they lose that game like that?
Because they're the Raiders.
The week before, his first week there.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Because they're the Raiders. Just like they won the game last week because they the Raiders. Somebody just threw them the ball. I was like, here, go take this dub.
Damn. Okay, maybe. Shit.
Yeah, give me the Broncos here.
All right. We have Tampa Bay going to Arizona. Tampa Bay
got hold up. No, I lied. The Broncos got to win. Never mind. Give me the Rams. Baker's an underdog. That's disrespectful to Sean McVay. His hair just stood straight up.
Right. Okay, Jimmy Johnson Jr.
I'm going with the Rams. I'm going Rams.
Leaving that alone. That's all you.
Ooh, this game right here is nasty. Yeah. This next one,
Bay versus going to Arizona. I'm leaving that alone too.
So they don't want us to watch games on Christmas. Is that what this is?
For real? I mean, because I'm taking the Chargers against the Colts.
Golly! So we got the Cardinals Monday night, the Buccaneers on Sunday night.
Yeah. They want you to watch the Dolphins their first game after you open up gifts and then do the rest of the day. They don't care.
Man, Lord. I'm going Buccaneers, man. There's no way the Cardinals are beating anybody by a touchdown. Yo, this team is so
Tampa Bay got to win by 7. Tampa Bay got to win by that much.
Ugh. Okay, well, they'll do that. They'll win. I'll buy it, make it 6. The Cardinals are so bad. Like Cliff Kingsbury, there's no way that he's coming back. Their fundamentals are. They're bad. They're bad. They're real bad. They're real bad.
Yeah. And they in season on that in season hard knocks.
Yeah, that you're doomed. When you get on one of those, there's no way that you're gonna be victorious. There's no way. Yeah, give me the Bucks. I don't trust it, but give me the Bucks.
Yeah,
Tom needs a dub. It's been a minute.
Well, I just need them to lose that first game. They can lose the second game. They ain't making no conference championship. All right, we got the Colts.
No, they not beating nobody in the playoff.
Hosting the Chargers, and
they still may not win the division.
Say it again.
They still might not win the division.
Well, that bodes well for me. You know the bet I got going. And we got the Chargers got to cover the 3, and Indy done. They benching your boy Matty Ice.
Oh, I thought Jeff Saturday had the magic potion for my guy Ice. You know what I'm saying? MVP. I mean,
well,
NFC champion.
I'm not sure if they had the concoctions working at this right moment. They might do some at the last minute, but right now it's not working. All right.
No, Chargers. Buddy has got them. He's got them flowing a little bit. The coach for the Chargers. I don't know his name, but they looked good this last 2-3 weeks.
Bradley.
That's his name. Oh man, that's
Brandon Staley.
Brandon Staley. There we go.
Yeah, I'm mixing them together. All right, so
yeah, I like Chargers.
Man, I like this parlay for NFL. Jags, Lions, Browns, Vikes, maybe. I definitely like Bengals. I definitely like Niners. I definitely like Pitt. I definitely like Chargers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. You put 25 on that, man. You said pretty. I promise you. That's what I'm putting. Right there. Don't let me mix in no bowl games or no NBA because I'm greedy.
Man, I wouldn't even put no bowl games on no parlay.
You know I'm greedy. All right, but yeah, man, that's what we got for these weeks coming up.
There it is. Let's see. DP had the Lions and Titans. Oh, we got the Titans to cover over the Texans.
Yeah.
He's expecting that bounce back.
So he got the Jags, the Lions, and the Titans.
And he probably right. I wouldn't even be mad at that. I would go because Texans have played the game of their life last week. So I think I'm with D Porter.
All right. And I ain't
they played the game of their life. Yeah, they played the game of their life.
So. All right. So we have one more week of college, 2 more weeks of college football. We will come back next week and discuss some more college bowl games, what we have left. And then we're going to do a little twist. And we're going to talk sports talk. We're going to change it up a little bit and see if we can get a little bit more audience involvement moving forward. But we appreciate the views. We appreciate the responses. D. Porter, man, we're going to get you on here next week or as soon as we can. Much love. And until we meet again, people, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.